This is my fan video for Cell. Basically, um, I'm going to talk about how they should have brought Cell back in a Dragon Ball Super movie with Gohan that came out in Japan. Many of us have seen the movie ripped or like leaked online, and I realized that, Cell didn't really get a lot of justice, how Cell Max kind of got brought into the equation. And I kind of realized that it was kind of like when Gotenks does a fusion and he messes up, or when Gogeta does a fusion and they make a mistake, And I'm going to touch on how the movie should have ended. So, right when Cell came out of the pod, they should have flipped over to Otherworld with Cell hell of a halo on. His halo should have disappeared, and he should have like a feeling like, oh, one of my DNA's been recovered. I have a cell. I'm not dead. You know what I'm saying? And he just like instant transmissions back into his body because, you know, when you're in hell in Dragon Ball Z, you don't really have a body. If you're a bad guy, you kind of have a soul, and you kind of do have a body, but it's not really a real body. And that's the thing. And, I see how they brought Frieza back, but they wouldn't use the Dragon Balls to bring Frieza back. That Cell copy, Cell could have took that body over instantly from Otherworld. That's how I feel like they should have did it. I feel like the movie was too short. Frieza got brought back to life immediately. He left the planet. He had his army with him. It's kind of like Cell's the redheaded stepchild, but Cell is hands down the best villain of Dragon Ball Z besides Majin Buu, because Cell had all the moves and abilities and techniques. Like when they thought they killed Cell, Cell was like, haha, I have a Zenkai boost. Haha, I know the solar flare. Haha, I know the Kamehameha. Haha, I know the Destructo Disc. Haha, I have all the Frieza's techniques too. So what now? And the thing is with Cell, he was very polite, very sportsmanship like conduct. Cell, he did have a temper, but he wanted to prove that he was the best and the most perfect being. Cell had that complex, but he had to prove it. He couldn't just say, oh, well, I'm going to blow up the planet. No, Cell was like, I'm going to fight all you guys, and if you don't beat me, I'm going to blow up the planet. But Cell has DNA from dang near everybody in the whole saga. He even got DNA from Frieza. So that DNA he got from Frieza really messed things up. Because, Frieza was about to lose on Namek. Frieza straight up launched that key ball into the core of planet Namek, and that bitch was going to explode. And I already know those 5, 6, 10 episodes, that was not 5 minutes. He said the planet was going to blow up in 8, 10, or 5 minutes or something like that. And it wasn't even, it was way longer than that. But the thing is, I know how it should have got brought back, because Cell, if they really brought Cell back, they'd have to kill some people. And right now, with deaths in Super, Goku has died the maximum amount of times. Krillin, if Krillin's death and resurrection count was a bank account, Krillin's like negative. Krillin died way too many times and came back to life. It's messed up, but Krillin should be stuck in Otherworld and on some Shinron can't bring him back to life junk. Vegeta has only died twice. I don't know, because I know Vegeta only died twice in Z, because Frieza shot him through the chest and killed him. Then after that, it was like the Buu saga. Vegeta blew himself up and died. So other than that, for the rest of the saga, Vegeta didn't really die again. And he did get resurrected twice in Dragon Ball Z. So maybe Cell could have killed Vegeta. Gohan, I don't know if Gohan died, to be honest. I don't think he ever did. He did die when Kid Buu blew up the planet Earth, but that's just like one death. So I feel like there's a lot of ways they could have went with Cell, and they kind of just took the cheapest way out. They kind of gave us like diet rematch Cell versus Gohan, and that's what's really crappy. And I realized something. Cell could revert back to his imperfect form, to his first form, and I feel like the power of Cell, the fact that Universe 7 has so many planets and people and species, Cell got powerful before he absorbed Android 17 or 18 just off of drinking people. And I feel like if Cell went back and Cell Max into Cell Max's body and took it over, he would have just reverted to his first form, used like a solar flare or something, and just flew away. He has Frieza's DNA. He can breathe in space. Just fly. You know what I'm saying? Because the Z Fighters, they get caught up in their own bullshit. Like when Frieza was getting resurrected, they were caught up in their own bullshit. And I figured they could at least use that for a proper resurrection for Cell. I feel like it's like if the Frieza movie started with Frieza getting brought back in the end of the movie and just getting killed before he could train and turn into Golden Frieza. I feel like that's what they did to Cell. And Cell could have been flying around space, terrorizing space. He probably would have been literally eating members of the Galactic Patrol. I know Cell would literally drink them. And I mean, Cell going to the Galactic Prison and drinking prisoners, oh hell yeah. And I mean, of course Jocko would go to Earth and be like, yo, there's this green guy with this tail, and he's so strong now, and he drunk a few of my friends, and then he went to the Galactic Prison and he started drinking prisoners. And I felt like that would have made Cell go super hard. I felt like, not fighting Goku and Vegeta, but just fighting Gohan alone, yeah. I feel like maybe he would have got real close to killing Gohan. Then Goku and Vegeta would have popped up and took turns fighting him. And then it would have became like, because Cell always evolved, Cell always had the Zenkai boost. So if they came super close to killing Cell, or if Gohan came super close to killing Cell, he would just keep getting a Zenkai boost until it was too late. And I felt like it would end with either Vegito or Gogeta, or then Gohan finally turning into final Gohan. That's what I feel. Like, I felt like we should have had a moment in the movie where Cell was flying around space, terrorizing space, absorbing people, fucking drinking space aliens and shit, going to Galactic Prison, trying to drain, just random planets of people, actually destroy other planets and shit. Maybe get more experience. I mean, honestly, Cell's a fucking monster. I feel like Cell already knows instant transmission. So once he gets done flying around to every planet, he can just kind of teleport away whenever he's in trouble. And I see they did that with Frieza. They brought Frieza back to life by the end of Tournament of Power. But see, Cell, like Frieza's off on his planet, but I feel like Cell would drink the Frieza Force, And I felt like when Frieza and Cell met, Cell would try to drink Frieza, and Frieza would like rip his tail off, and Cell would transform to his perfect form and shit. And then they would have like this big fight in space that no one would know about. But us, the fans, the audience, we would see that shit. And then they would take turns fighting Goku and Vegeta, and it would just turn into this huge battle. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like it would go super hard. But I'm gonna leave this video at the 10-minute mark. I gotta edit it. I got some chores I gotta do at the house. But just tell me what you think in the comments below, cause I felt like if they did it like that, even in the anime or the manga, even if they just limited it to the manga, having Cell fly around space and shit like that. Like, I know Cell's smart. Like, Cell could detect power levels you know, before any other villain. Like, he was literally born into the world detecting power levels. So Cell like Goku would turn Super Saiyan God one time just for shits and giggles, and Cell would be all the way on the other side of the planet suppressing his power level on some damn I just barely came back to life shit. And I know for a fact that Cell would be like, fuck, I need to leave the planet. Maybe I'll just revert to my first form and just start flying off planet. you know I could see him doing that. I could see him using instant transmission, the fucking instant transmission to the moon, then turn into his first form, then fly from the moon into the vacuum of deep space and just look for people to absorb and fight, and be like, oh, I'll come back when I get stronger. On some like Cell looks at the planet and sees Gohan in his house and shit, and it's like, I'm gonna get you, you little motherfucker. You know what I mean? I felt like that's how it should have been. That's how it should have started. It would have been so epic. Like, if I could edit videos, I would like make that a what if this movie ended the right way video. But that's it. So I'm wrapping it up. Guys, tell me what you think.